Hello everyone, and welcome to my video. Well, this is actually going to be a series, a whole bunch of videos. So welcome to the series of videos. Today we're going to be talking about Instagram growth formulas. And if you don't have it or you don't know what it is, check in the link below. You can grab it, check it out. It's actually super awesome. I can give you the gist of it here in a minute. But first, I want to thank everyone again for watching all my videos like I always do. But I want to talk about my group. So I've been growing a group these past month and a half, and we're at like 145 people, and I still want to get more of you guys in there. So if you're looking for a great group with a lot of help, I'm throwing together audits for your potential clients. If you have any potential clients, shoot me a message. I can throw some audits together for you. I generally do 1 to 3 a month for you. We're going to take a look at that real quickly just so you can kind of see what's going on. I'm just going to choose a random one. So this is kind of the audit that I put together for you. If this is something that you're interested in grabbing, just message me. It goes over all the basics of a social media audit. It needs to have Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram reviews. I think it's kind of some other stuff, so Foursquare, Google Maps, Yelp. Is it mobile friendly, tablet friendly? What kind of paid search are they doing, organic search? And then it goes down into like details exactly how to do that. I believe this one's like 20 pages, and it goes over all the most important things. And this is really great to bring to your follower or bring to your clients. Anyways, let's move forward. So if that is something you want, jump into my group below, shoot me a message, and we'll talk about it. But first, let's take a look at this Instagram growth formula video. So this is going to be a series of videos that I'm going to be covering exactly what this new Instagram growth formula is. So I did send out the formula via Google Drive, if you check in the link below, so you can kind of read over it and get the gist of what's going on. But for everyone that is new to this and doesn't really understand what it is, so what happens is I've figured out a way to drive a shitload of traffic to your main Instagram account by essentially funneling traffic from multiple accounts to this main account. So that is just like the gist of it. If you look into it even a little bit further, you'll find that there's a lot of social media agencies out there that are focusing on fitness models and e-commerce products or personal trainers, celebrities. A lot of them do this, and it works really, really well because you can focus on getting all these followers that are very targeted. You can target them really well because of the way this works, and it's all natural. There's no way that it's going to have any detrimental effects to your account, just like normal botting. If you are doing the follow and unfollow technique, I mean, I don't recommend it. If you're doing it for your personal account, go for it. I do it. I just get a couple extra followers here and there. But if you really want to see that potential and really want to see that growth, I mean, this is an excellent way to close clients as well, which I'm going to go into depth of basically how you can close a $5,000 a month contract, $2,000 a month contract. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is you're going to be making money by being able to do this. And so this is going to be the first video that kind of just gives a broad overview of exactly what the formula is, what I recommend doing. And then we're going to go into detail and take it step by step on exactly how to make these things work. The exact bots that you need to do to get these all set up and going and whatnot. So that being said, let's take a quick erase here. I'm not sure how to wipe this board clean. But step one. So a lot of people talk to me and they give me a little bit of feedback on exactly what needs to happen in step one. And step one, you need to basically be doing this right away. This is going to be the first thing that you want to do. If you're going to be serious while growing all these accounts, take the time to set up about 20 to 30 Instagram accounts. Okay. Whatever, let's see, ACC, and on new emails, okay? You have no idea how hard it is to type with this thing, or write with this thing. This is step one. And the reason why this is important is because you want to have these accounts available so they can start aging right away. And so what that means for aging is an Instagram account needs to be aged so that it doesn't seem so spammy, or it's not going to be caught by the eyes of Instagram where they're just going to ban your account, because the end goal of this platform is to bot all these 20 to 30 accounts, and then we redirect traffic to the main account. So it causes, a huge amount of followers, clean followers, and organic leads, semi-organic leads. I'll go into depth on why it actually works. down the road. So this is step one, and this is super important. So if you haven't already and you haven't done this, I would take the time to go out there and just make a whole bunch of new email accounts, set up a notes thing, write down all the passwords and whatnot, just pump through it. It should take like an hour or two. And then just set up all these Instagram accounts. Again, you can change all the information for all these accounts, so it doesn't really matter, just as long as we can get them aged. 1 to 2 weeks is good, 3 weeks is even better, a month is better, is where you really want to have it as the age point. So this is super important. Make sure you get those 20 to 30 new Instagram accounts with new emails, okay? That's just pretty plain and forward, so let's move on. So, moving forward, step 2. I really should just leave step there. Then just erase the number. Step 2. So step 2. Now we're going to want to find a client, pick a niche. So we can put client or niche, however the hell you want to say it. And this is going to be the main person that you want to target. For learning purposes, I'm going to do what I did in the formula, which is use some random thing I made up. So let's say Jason photo, so I don't have to keep writing it, or Jason PH. Okay, so Jason PH is the main account. So this is going to be main IG. So this is going to be the account that we want to funnel all of our traffic to. Now this could be a client of yours, or this could be a personal account, or this could be an e-com store of yours, apparel store. It doesn't really matter. This could be really, really good for personal trainers. If you do have any personal trainers, you could funnel a lot of traffic here. And also another one to reach out to would be personal trainer, but online personal trainers, the ones that sell like $100 nutrition plans, $100 personal fitness plans. This will drive them a lot of traffic towards their Instagram, and it's going to be more organic. And you'll see why here in the beginning, or down the road. So step 2, find the client, find the niche. So you can either use your personal account or reach out and find someone that you can try this with. So I recommend if you're going to reach out and try this with, you do a 1-week trial period. Okay. So you do 1 week of trialing, and you set up at least 5 accounts for them. Okay. You're not going to tell them exactly what you're doing at all. You're just going to tell them that you're going to be driving traffic towards them. So you're going to set up these 5 accounts. Now these 5 accounts are going to be meant to funnel straight back into Jason PH. Okay? So this is still step 2. Find this main one. This is going to be the main Instagram account they're going to funnel to. Do a 1-week trial and make 5 accounts for them. Okay? That's it. Step 2 complete. Now, moving on to step 3 here, we're going to be focusing on making sure these accounts are set up correctly. So with this, so we're going to put the main account at the top here. So it's going to be at Jason PH for photography. You guys can remember that, but I'll write it down. So we know that this is a photography account. All right, so now we want to focus on making 5 accounts similar to this one. So over here, we're going to have account number 1. So let's say this one is going to be JPH. That's totally taken. Fan, that's super important. 1, okay. And now you're going to want to basically do the same thing all the way down, okay, and make 5 accounts. So JPH fan 1, JPH fan 2, JPH fan 3, 4, 5. What this does is we're making these fan accounts, okay, and then these fan accounts are going to be all funneled directly back into Jason PH, which is the main account. And when you're talking to your client, you're not necessarily going to tell them exactly how you're going to create the leads, but this is the main step. So you're going to create all of those 5 accounts. Now what you're going to do is you're going to check out the Jason PH account, which is the main account. So find the top best 9 photos on his account. Just go through, search. If he has a couple hundred, find the ones with the highest engagement. So if he, like, realistically, you want to find anything with over 500 likes. If it's a small company, if like they're under like 5,000 followers, find anything with 500 likes, and those are going to be your main photos. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take those photos, all 9 of those photos, screenshot them, crop them, And what you're going to do is you're going to put them into all of these accounts, okay? And all we need is 9 photos so we can fill up the white space on the Instagram account. So that is pretty simple. That is step 3. Now this is going to work for any niche. So if you're making a personal account or whatnot, real estate, doesn't really matter. This is the exact same steps you're going to want to take. Find the highest liked photos. Make sure it is relevant to the content that he's posting. So it's not like a viral post that he took from someone else, but it's his actual photography. Or if it's actual sales, or something that's relevant to the person, not something that they might have posted from someone else, if that makes sense. So you want to find something that has minimum 500 likes or whatever has the most. So just most likes, okay? Now that is step 3. Pretty simple. Make the 5 accounts, find 9 photos, insert them in there, and that's step 3. Okay, let's move on. And you're going to see how this all connects here in a minute. Oh, I could have left that up, but we will do it again. So, step 4, setting up those accounts. And making sure you do it correctly. Jason P, oops, that is not, whatever. Jason PH. That's the main account. And we have our 4 accounts here, which would be at JPH fan 1 through 5. Now, for all of these accounts in the bio, you want to basically leave it blank, or you just want to say fans of the photographer Jason, whatever his last name is, or trying to focus on it not being super spammy. You want to make sure that people believe it's more of a fan's account than it is you pumping traffic back in. So that's super easy. You don't really need to put anything in the bio. So realistically, the most important part is picking the 9 photos and putting it in the Instagram account that people are going to like. And then the next important thing is you're going to go back, and for every photo that is in this, that is posted within JPH fan 1 through 5, so that's going to be the 9 photos. You want every single photos to be tagged with this account. So every photo should be tagged with what is it? Jason? I forgot already. Yeah, Jason PH. You want every photo to be tagged with Jason PH, okay? And so this is where we get the funnel traffic to click. So why this is important. If we keep each tagged photo with Jason PH, you're going to see that most of the people that click are going to be real followers who are actually engaged in the content and want to see the original photographer or the original fitness model, the original personal trainer. It really doesn't matter. That's going to be the most important part. You just want to make sure that Jason PH is tagged on each photo, because that is what funnels clean traffic towards this account. All right, moving on. We are almost done with the basics behind it. Step 5. So, this is where it gets fun. Follow adder / follow liker. Now these bad boys are bots. So this is where we're going to get the most of our traffic from. We want to set up either follow adder or follow liker. I can drop the links below to either or. Follow adder is a good one to start out with because it's cheap via monthly, but if you just want to purchase a great, personally I think follow liker is better because it gives you an unlimited for, I think it was like $100 a month, and then it's like $100 upfront fee, and then it's $5 reoccurring, which is cheap as hell, and then it's unlimited accounts. Follow adder, I believe, is like 5 accounts max, but it is cheaper. So that is where the differences are, but follow adder is a little bit easier to use. Follow liker is a little bit more in depth. I do have a guide on this one though on my YouTube channel. You can take a check at super good at English. Anyways, take a check at that, and you're gonna learn how to set these up. And so what this does, so I don't know if many of you are familiar with Instagram bots. is you're going to take these 5 accounts, so at whatever, JPH, fan, you're going to get good at this, 1 through 5. And for all of these accounts, you're going to be running the bot on it, okay? So you're going to set up all 5 of these accounts. Generally, for these 5 accounts on Follow Liker, you're only going to be able to run these 5 accounts until you need to start buying proxies. So what that means is you're only going to be able to run 5 accounts immediately without getting a little bit more advanced by blocking your IP so Instagram doesn't know that you're running bots. So you're going to run bots for JPH Fan, and you're going to be basically doing the follow and unfollow technique with some likes, and you can throw in some comments in there if you'd like. I generally don't do it, but I do a lot of follow and follow. And so what this does is you're going to have, let's just draw this out real quick. What's going to happen is, here's going to be the 5 accounts, okay? So at JPH 1 through 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll put over here Jason Photography or Jason Photo. I forgot whatever it was. Okay, so when you're botting all these accounts, you're going to find that you're going to be following and unfollowing anywhere between 400 to 800 people a day, okay? And so that's going to be for each of them, 400 to 800 per day, okay? Whatever. So what this is going to do, it's going to yield an average of 30 to 100 followers a day. So that being said, now if you can do some quick math here, 3 times 5, so minimum, if you were to do minimum at 30, it's going to generate you 150 followers, okay? A day, 150 followers a day, just from running a bot. Now, if you can get Jason Photo over here, 150 followers a day on the low end, I mean, okay, let's bring this back a little bit because this isn't actually correct. Screwed up a little bit. So you're going to generate 30 to 100 followers for these accounts, okay? For these accounts. Now, these accounts, you're going to get some fake, some real followers. So that's going to be 30 to 100. Now, the real followers that you're going to see are going to be anywhere between 10 and 70-ish is where I'm about. That's where I'm about sitting. And this is going to be way different when it really depends on the content of Jason Photo. So if he's got some bitchin' photos and it's actually some viral content, you can really use some hashtags to boost these photos as well as run the bots, which you can then generate way more than 30 to 100 followers a day on these accounts, and then generate the organic follows of 10 to 70. Now, even at a low range, 50 followers a day on a photography account for your client, that's some massive growth. Now, off the top of my head, I'm not very good at math, so what is that, 50 times 30? That's an additional 1,500. Wow, that's not where the comma goes. 1,500 followers per month. So, and that's pretty decent. But if we were to go on the high end of things and say like 70, actually, let's do, say we're about to get like 35 per account per day, 35 times 5 times 30. That brings you up to 5,250 followers. Now, that isn't unheard of as long as you've got good content. And now, for me, I don't have good content on my own like personal account, which is at Bench Brothers. I am getting a photography or like a photos, whatever it is, a photo shoot done here real quickly, and I'm just going to have a whole bunch of way better content. And I've landed a couple ambassador deals and influencer deals, so I'm going to start getting a whole bunch of free product, which is going to be super awesome. And then I can ambassador and get a whole another photo shoot done with that, which that's going to increase my followers as well, which is super awesome. But this is the general gist when it comes down to it. So throughout all those steps, it's pretty simple. Contact someone. Actually, sorry. Set up 20 to 30 accounts that you can use for further, all your clients. I mean, realistically, if you close this Jason Photo guy, because this is just for the trial week, okay? So remember, this is just your trial week where you generate them as much followers as you can for these 5 accounts. Now, if you're like, hey, like this is on the low end of things, I could be running 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 accounts using bots. You don't really tell them that part, but I could be generating you, like if we do the math here, say on the low end, again, if we were to get 10 followers a day to Jason Photo, the organic followers, and we had 30 accounts going, so that's, what is that, 300 a day? 300 times 30, so 9,000 followers. And like, see how this all just starts to stack? And I mean, even, okay, let's break it down to 5 followers a day. So if you were to get 5 followers a day by 30 accounts, that's 150 followers a day times 30, you're still going to be generating 4,500 followers. And that is, to get 5 more followers a day on each of these accounts, that's not hard at all based on the follow and follow method that it's doing. So you're not going to have a problem doing that, like at all. I generally coast up in like the 50 follower range, like brand new followers on my Bench Brothers account. And so we're talking about the higher end of things here. I said 10 to 70 to be safe, but I'm floating around the, let's say, 25 to 48. So I'm easily hitting about 40 a day from my fan account. So if I was to run 30 accounts, that'd be 1,200 followers a day times 30. I could see 36,000 followers in a month. This is how powerful of a tool this is. Now, the reason why it's not released is I'm not sure. I honestly have no idea why this isn't released. I found a couple people doing this. There's a whole bunch of social media like websites. Okay, not a whole bunch. There's like 2 or 3 social media websites, and they charge $10,000, $5,000 to $10,000 to do this exact method. I found their Instagram account and I backwards hacked exactly what they were doing, and this is what they were doing. So this is seriously something that you need to jump onto and need to figure out how to utilize, because the bots using this method, it's not detrimental to the health of your main account, because you're focusing on funneling the clean followers over and you're not following and unfollowing on the main account. So this what drives a super healthy, organic, directly hyper targeted following, because you can take that follow liker and you can focus down on each niche, you can focus down on each hashtag, you can focus down on people's followers, you can get down to very pinpointed on each of these accounts, and it'll generate that traffic straight back to your main account. Now anyways guys, hopefully this was a good enough video to cover the basics behind the formula. I can now jump into a little bit more of an advanced, so check it out in the next couple videos of this series. I'm going to go over exactly what I'm doing, how to set up follow liker, where to get it, things like that, basically covering the more advanced versions, and the reaching out to clients in general. I might cover that as well. Anyways guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully it's been helpful, but this is going to help you generate so many more followers. But on the other side of things, go out and close some deals, do a week trial, watch them grow by 150 followers a day by pumping up these 5 accounts. You're going to be landing clients like it's out of style by just doing social media marketing. Now, this is something that other people are going to be charging for. Like, no doubt there's going to be social media marketers out there that are going to be like, oh, I need a course. You're going to need to take a course on exactly this, but I'm giving it to you guys. Take this information and run. This is going to be super easy. Like, it is super easy. Set it up, run it, contact some people. Hey, I want to generate you a bunch new followers. And one of the best things about it is you don't have to have access to their account at all. So it brings in some security. So it's not like, hey, I need to log into your Instagram account. It's, hey, I'm going to give you a trial week. I want to generate you as much followers as I possibly can. If it goes over smoothly, this is going to be on the low end of what I can actually do for you in the long run. So if that's something you wanted to move forward with, you're going to see your sales increase, you're going to see your following increase, and you're going to see organic people actually engaging in your content. And if that's something that's interesting to you, then we can go ahead and move forward and close on a contract. And I mean, you can go from anywhere between 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. If you're running 100 counts for them with proxies, then you could be charging $10,000, $20,000 a month, because they could be seeing this massive amount of revenue increase by getting these engaged followers that are buying their product or their services. So seriously guys, check this out. This is a super awesome hack. If you have any questions, drop them below, and I will make sure to answer them. And if you have an even more important question, I bet other people do as well, click my link that goes to my group, join the group, ask the question in there. I can answer it, or a lot of the other people can as well. They are all, well, there's some equally as skilled as others in there. So thanks again for watching, guys.